Anxiety is a bitch. I'm Nate, the FitFutureMD. Follow for more. So like many people, I've had my battles with anxiety, especially in medical school, right? Test is coming up. All of a sudden you're waking up in the middle of the night, cold sweats, and your freaking heart is beating out of your freaking chest, and you don't know what's going on. You think you're gonna die, literally die. It didn't help that I was studying the cardiovascular system, specifically the types of heart attacks, what they do, to damage your heart. And at the time I went, it wasn't as high of a death rate as it had been previously, but it's still not as good as it is now. Open heart surgery is 95% successful now. So only 5% of people that need open heart surgery die from the open heart surgery. Right? So, but what is anxiety? Why are you getting anxiety? So, number one, anxiety is from overactive adrenal glands, right? Releasing epinephrine and norepinephrine. So, and these are the flight or fight hormones, right? So they are literally designed to get you away from danger. Now, there can be two reasons you have too much of that. One is lack of activity, right? Because your body is producing these hormones whether you're using them or not. And if you're not using them, eventually they could be released, right? So, and this is my theory on it, is that, if you're not doing some sort of exercise, that your body will release that stuff at an inopportune time, and you'll get the physiological reaction as if you are needing to get away from danger, right? So that's number one. Number two, anxiety comes from a lot from worrying about the future, right? So I was getting anxiety worrying about whether I was going to pass these tests in medical school, right? I was also worrying about dying myself, as family members were going through heart-related issues, grandfather dying of heart-related issues. So worrying about my own future in regards to that. Right? So the way that I found to overcome most anxiety is exercise and yoga. Right? And then number three, you have to be in the present and train your mind to not be thinking about the future so much, because if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in the present, the future will handle itself, right? You have to, almost like an affirmation every day, say that if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing in the present, the future will handle itself, right? So if I wake up and I come in here and I study for a topic and I pull out the camera and do it on YouTube, it's going to help somebody, and that somebody is going to follow me and help me, right? Because they needed my help, right? Especially when it comes to stuff like this. So that's what I did. I started concentrating on the right now. Okay, what can I do right now in this moment to get to where I want to be, so I don't have to worry about what the future is going to look like. The future is going to look like exactly what I earned. All right. And, you know, there's futures that you can't control. Right? No matter what you do, you can eat as healthy as you want, and your genetics still may give you the heart attack. And that's something you can't worry about. Right? There's also, but at the same time, you can't have your body backing up these chemicals without using them, right? So you need to get your heart rate up and get to a level where your body has to use epinephrine, norepinephrine, and get rid of it. So it's not sitting there just waiting to give you heart attack symptoms in the middle of the night, right? It will help and control the cycles of your hormones, right? So that's where the weightlifting and yoga comes into play. Not to mention, yoga helps with your flexibility, helps with your mental health. You know, because you're sitting there, you're able to relax your mind, control your breathing. It helps with strengthening joints and your connective tissue. If you have never tried yoga, I definitely suggest try it. If you're looking for more of a manly yoga, I used Diamond Dallas Page's yoga, right? DDP yoga, and it was more of a physical therapy / flexibility yoga, mental health yoga, you know. And I felt like, you know, just like everybody else thinks about yoga, yoga is like this girly thing, like, oh, girls do yoga, you know, whatever. Especially at the time in my early 20s, right? But lastly, I want to say this: it's okay to talk about your anxiety, right? Because, you know, I was a closer in baseball in high school, right? I was the one that had the calm nerves that could come in with bases loaded and strike out the side. Like, I did that in high school, right? So when these symptoms were happening, I was like, no way, this is anxiety. This is what they're talking about, anxiety. Like, I don't have anxiety. You know, almost in like disbelief, right? But everybody is controlled by hormones. Hormones control your life, and if you don't use them, they will come back. They will work, they will come out, and they will cause you to have anxiety. So no matter who you are, you can be affected by anxiety. So get ahead of it now, stay in the present, exercise, eat right, and overcome your anxiety. I'm Nate, the FitFutureMD. Let me know if this helped you by commenting down below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, share it with somebody that needs help with anxiety. Like I say, I do this to help people. You know, that's my ultimate goal here. Thank you so much for following along, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.